Detective Mishner, Detective Vega.
So what gets us up so goddamn early? Welcome to Homicide.
There are several iterations of Magda. I'm not allowed to tell you exactly how many there are. But yeah, John Logan, the creator, and I of Penny Dreadful's City of Angels had a lot of fun, and with our hair and makeup and costume department, working out look, basically, and he was very adamant that he didn't want to use prosthetics. So he wanted it to come from a place of like old-fashioned, acting, good old-fashioned acting. So I worked on changing physicality, voice, and obviously hair and makeup and costume, and it all adds to it. And yeah, the girls all look pretty different, it has to be said.
It's the devil's taste, I've been with the devil. All mankind's needs to become the monster he truly is being told he can.
When we meet Magda, we understand that she's the sister of Santa Muerte. So she's the sister of the Catholic Mexican folklore icon that is played by a wonderful Lorenza in our show. And they have a very complex, combative relationship, but you're not quite sure why. Her argument is that there is a darkness in men's souls that they naturally gravitate towards, all on their own. It's not like she's the devil. It's like mankind does it to himself. And I think in this modern day and age that's like quite a pertinent argument. So she's kind of a metaphor in the show with the wonderful historical drama that is very much centered around what Nathan is doing that's in LA in 1938.
Yeah, because there's kind of the question too, like, well, if she's very much into this, why is she here now? Do you know what I mean? Like, why is she in this particular...
Well, maybe she's around in 2020 as well.
She also, like, is there a version of Magda that's also in...
I can think of a couple of people...
Kellyanne Conway is our Magda of 2020.
Your character is the on-the-ground detective.
John has said he's sort of the moral conscience of the show, and yet he can, as the show goes on, can be quite ruthless about what he needs to do. He's near retirement. He has seen it all. And yet he takes on this young detective because no one else will. And is sort of loosely inspired by this great lawyer, Leon Lewis, who was known by the Nazis as the most hated Jew in Los Angeles, because he put together... And without the help of the LAPD, they were pretty racist. And when he went to the government to ask for help because of all of these Nazi organizations, and there were so many, it's mind-boggling. They said that the Nazis aren't a problem; it's communists. That's the thing to worry about. So he wasn't getting much help, and he started a spy network where he would go to German Americans who were not happy with what was going on in their country, and ask them to join these organizations to get information and foil assassination plots and all sorts of horrible things. So it's inspired by this man. Leon Lewis was a great hero, and without him, we might all be speaking German. It's extraordinary what he did. And eventually he enlisted the help of studio heads who were all Jews, and sat them down at the Hillcrest Country Club and said, the government won't help me and the LAPD won't help me, but this is what's going on. And they all contributed money to help, because essentially he wasn't able to do his work because he was so invested in this spy network.
This is our home. We will fight for it.
I woke up one morning to...
I think LA in particular has a unique ability of like washing past away.
Oh, I don't think
very
that's LA. I think that's the world. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that everyone seems to have been forgotten what everybody fought for in the Second World War. Mm-hmm. World War II is, in living memory, we're losing the last of them, but the people that fought for our freedom, for democracy, and what is happening in the world right now is really quite bonkers when you think that our forefathers fought so hard for that freedom. So I think this show is really, it's an entertaining show, it's a greatly entertaining show, but thematically, John is actually making a really serious point. It's not just about Nazi Germany. The show explores the demonization of the other.
Right. Yes.
And it's minority groups or majority groups alike. It's about identity sociopolitics. And we're as guilty of that right now as anyone was in 1938.
Yeah, it's a warning of history repeats itself, and as Gore Vidal used to say, we live in the United States of amnesia, because people forget, but this is a significant reminder that it'll feel very familiar to people today. So and yet again, but it's wrapped in this fantastic yarn that John has created of all these different worlds, and it with so many twists and turns. It's so it's also wildly entertaining.
As in the first Penny Dreadful, obviously John is so well read and knew so much about Gothic literature and Romantic literature at the time, and it's whether you're talking about Mary Shelley writing Frankenstein or Penny Dreadful today, horror is often an extremely quick, articulate way through metaphor of making your point. So it's just a great device that adds some pizzazz to a story, but can get you thematically to where you need to be very quickly in an entertaining way.
And when this world has burned, there will be no one. No one but you and me, sister.